What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Jake C. Paulson podcast. Hope you guys are doing well on this lovely Monday. I know I'm doing all right. I just got back from Miami yesterday at like 9:30 at night. Kind of a long drive. Tell you what, about 4.5 hours down to Iowa City, but we're back. We're here and we're living. So appreciate you guys joining me on today. Today, we're going to be talking about leveling yourself up, a daily habit of leveling yourself up. I want to start off with a quote today by Mandino. It says, "The important thing is that we must constantly be moving forward. Yes, the progressive realization of a predetermined goal and our growth should never end." Leveling up, pretty much making your life a game, like a video game. I used to love playing video games. Tons of fun, leveling up in them. The competition was fun, and I literally got sucked into it like real quick. I played a bunch of different games, but the one thing I personally got addicted to was leveling up in every single one. Whether it was, Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto or Minecraft or, an iPhone game, whatever it was. I just got really addicted to leveling up. Some of you guys might be able to relate to that. But I did, however, stop playing games, like video games, consistently at least, a couple of years ago, or maybe more. But I just realized that it wasn't going to suit the lifestyle that I wanted. And now I know that there's people that are really, really successful. Some people make a ton of money playing games, like literally make a lot of money playing video games. I just knew I wasn't headed down that route, and it wasn't something that I was super passionate about, I guess. So I just stopped playing. But I figured out that over time, life is sort of like a game. You can literally picture it as a game. I figured out that leveling up is not just a concept for Clash of Clans or Call of Duty or what's another one? Farmville on Facebook. That one was fun. But I figured out it's a life thing. I mean, you can level up in life. And this concept might go over some people's heads. The video game one, it might go over some people's heads, but like that's what I can relate it to. Some people leveled up so much in life that there's literally some people in this world that are master prestige on their third account. And then there's some people that are just working on their assault rifles, trying to get them diamond, in Call of Duty. And then there's some people that just camp out with the fire shotgun in the tower. There's some of those people too. So anyways, I'm just saying that life, there's levels to life, and why not treat it like a game? I mean, if games are fun, why not treat life like leveling up? Because life can be fun too, right? I would rather have life be more fun than games, personally. So let's talk about how you can use this concept in your life to level up your business, your leadership, and your community. Let's dive in. So a few weeks back, we talked about breaking belief barriers. This is kind of a similar concept to that. We talked about diverting back to your habits when you're winning or when you're leveling up. Mandino literally just talked about it in the quote. He said, "The daily pursuit of a predetermined goal." A predetermined goal. Craig Groeschel, look up Craig Groeschel Leadership Podcast. One of the biggest reasons I started this one was because what he teaches on that, I figured I could relate a lot of the things that he teaches to this. Now, I'm not stealing what he's teaching. He's teaching lessons, life lessons about leadership, and I wanted to incorporate that into this a little bit too. So he's a mentor that I've never even met that I look up to. But he talks about this as well. He talks about predetermining your decisions. It takes the stress off of what your decision is and puts it on how you're going to carry out that decision. So what does leveling up look like and even have to do with making decisions and getting to your goal? What I mean when I say leveling up is not changing something every day. Or what I mean when I talk about leveling up, it's not changing something that you are every day. It's not like going out and just diving into a bunch of different things. That's not what I'm talking about. By using the term leveling up, I'm simply saying that you can literally level up your life one day at a time. So again, it's not going into 100 different things tomorrow. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is simply going into one thing, but consistently, leveling up. And if you look at this from a video game standpoint, again, in video games, each level should get harder and should have a little bit more nuance to it, right? I mean, if you think back to all the levels, even if you played the, PlayStation 1, whatever it is, the levels didn't just casually get easier as you went further. No, they usually get harder, and they usually have more things going on, more story plot to it. You'll almost never repeat the same level once you finished it. And same thing should be true each day in life. The time you live the same day twice is the time that you become complacent. Or maybe it's just a sign of complacency. You shouldn't ever live the same day twice. By leveling up, you've taken complacency out of the equation. There's no way but the next level, essentially. It's not like you can just stay in the same level. And I guess you can, but think about it this way. It's a very simple concept, and there are a bunch of different ways you can level up, obviously. You can start a new habit for your year. You can stop a bad habit for the year. One thing I like to do is something that just puts me outside of my comfort zone. Now, whatever that is for you, for me, it's like, and honestly, this is the whole point of leveling up, is just to do something that's outside of your comfort zone. It's really the whole point of the episode, honestly. The more uncomfortable you get, the more uncomfortable you get, the more comfortable you'll be as a person. Now, you can think of that as confident. Comfortable in your own skin. I've seen people speak on stage in front of thousands of people. I've seen professional athletes win games and look cool, calm, collected while they're doing it. Golfers especially. Like, golfers, if you really look at them, there's millions of people watching them, and they are just, everybody's watching them. And it's like, I don't know, it's a very intimate thing because everybody's just looking directly at them. Some people are looking at their hands, some are looking at the ball. Most people are just looking straight at them, And it's like, they're looking at them, and it's also one of those things where it's dead silent, and literally you have millions of eyeballs on you. It's a weird thing. But if you look at one of the biggest tournaments of the year, some would say it is the biggest. It's the Masters tournament. And these are the best golfers in the world. And they're playing for a green jacket. And after, it's 72 holes, by the way. So you're playing 72 holes in 4 days, 18 a day. And now, literally 72 holes. Talk about how every shot matters. After 16 hours of playing golf throughout the weekend, it might come down to 1 4-foot putt on the last hole. You might be the last person that comes down to a 4-foot putt. If you make it, you win. If you miss it, you tie. And then you go into a playoff. But if you make it, you win. That's the whole point, right? Not only is the crowd watching you that's there, but there's 12 million people watching you from their living room. And they're probably on a big flat screen TV, so they can probably see you very clear. It's a weird thing. It's intense. That's all that I'm trying to say. Even though the practice rounds, they make that putt 10 out of 10 times in the practice round. They probably made 20 of them in a row, 4-foot putts. It's like one of the most pressure-filled moments, even though they've already made 20 probably in a row. And it just should be easy. A dime, it should be a formality is what they call it. But it's probably, like I said, the most pressure-filled moment that they have. But because they showed up every single day, they were confident that they'd make that putt. Now, some people, it might actually be the most pressure-filled moment, and they actually might miss it, and that's okay. But the point I'm getting at here is they did it consistently over and over and over and over and over again, that from my perspective, sitting on my couch in my living room, I'm like nervous for them from my couch. And sometimes I've seen speakers like mess up and I'm like embarrassed for them. And in reality, sometimes they're just not even embarrassed at all. It's just, they're just confident because they've done it over and over and over again. That just means I need to grow up, right? The point is, when you think about how to level up today, think about it from a minor change in your behavior in the right direction. And of course, you need to first figure out what that right direction is. You can't just continue to change things when you don't know where you want to be. But once you figured out where you want to be and who you want to be, one small step each day is going to lead to a world of difference a year from now. And small steps could be a bunch of different things. They could be sitting next to someone different in the conference room, in the conference meeting, or sitting next to someone different in class. Asking a friend to get coffee before work, or go for lunch with you. Going to the gym after work, or if you already do that, going and not wearing your headphones, or just putting one in and just introducing yourself to one new person. That's a very small thing, but that's uncomfortable. Calling a friend and congratulate them on something. These are all just small, like, common sense things. Creating an online presence. Taking your dog to the dog park. Volunteering, joining a class, something that scares you. That's really the whole point. Something that's going to make you uncomfortable. Now, if some of these things you already do, great. This is the most basic level of leveling up, is what I'm talking about. It's just doing one small thing over and over consistently. One thing I did was I made this podcast. And I'm not going to lie, the first episode, terrifying. Looking into my iPhone, and yes, this is recorded on my iPhone, literally looking into my phone was scary to talk into it. And I'm decent at speaking, but like, something about when I turn the camera on and I look into the phone and I talk into it, it was terrifying the first time. Not gonna lie, I think I went through 3 takes on the first episode, and the third one is the one I used. And you can tell I'm like visibly nervous in that one too. Go back to the first episode. It's a good one. But because of the thought, literally, it's just because of the thought that all these people are going to be listening to me and they could listen to it for years to come. Like, that was a weird thought. And it just got in the back of my head. So I jumbled up my words a couple times before I started, and I had to do 3 of them, all right? I'm getting better at them, though. Now I'm more like a one take, and it's more fun. But I think this is going to be the 14th episode. And this is the 14th. And I feel so much more comfortable with the camera on. Just after 14 episodes, I feel so much more comfortable. And honestly, my public speaking skills are 10 times better. And I'm not even exaggerating that. Like, they're 10 times better. At least I guess I don't know, because I don't watch myself, but I'm 10 times more confident. Let's just say that. I don't want to say I'm 10 times better, because that's not really for me to judge, but I'm 10 times more confident. I'm way less thinking about myself and way more thinking about just what I'm talking about. I think there's a difference between thinking about how people view you, and that's why you get nervous, because you're just totally thinking about yourself. You're like, how am I looking right now? And when in reality, you should be thinking about what you're going to say and thinking through your thought process. And I think this has just helped a ton. But beforehand, I would go up on stage and I would literally, and I still get nervous now. Of course, yeah. I still get nervous. I would, like, right before I'm about to jump on and talk about something, even if it's a small group, I still get nervous. But once I start, then I remember, I make a living off of speaking and just talking. So why be nervous? It's like the first 5 seconds I'm nervous, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I know how to do this. Never mind. This is actually, and then I just start finding a groove from there. But so point is, first time it's going to be playing small. You want to just make sure it's something small that you can level up with. The small wins are better than no wins. The small wins are way better than no wins. And trust me, once you've been consistent with all the small wins, you'll feel a sense of complacency again. Once you get consistent, it's not just I'm complacent now. And I'm not, calling anybody out that's complacent. I get complacent too. I just got back from Miami and I just took a nap for 4 hours in the middle of the day because my sleep was terrible in Miami. So I took a nap, I don't know if that's complacency. I don't know if that's being hard on myself or what, but I'm supposed to be working. Okay. So, taking a nap is getting complacent in my mind. So you'll feel a sense of complacency once you start getting consistent with it, because you'll fall back into comfortability. Now, even though it was uncomfortable for you to do before, now you've done it so many times that you become comfortable. That's when you need to level up to a different season. Okay? Just like Fortnite, right? Fortnite has seasons. Some of y'all don't know what Fortnite is, but if you could think of watching a show and each episode is a different level, it's the same thing with Fortnite, the video game. Wildly successful game, by the way, like crazily successful. And they have levels. Like I think there's 100 levels. I could be wrong about this, but I think there's 100 levels in each season. And each season is like a month period or maybe more. I could be wrong about that. But it makes it so fun to play because there's always something new. From level 1 to level 2, you get something new. Or you get experience points. You can use that towards buying something. And then every once in a while, you might get like a mystery thing, and that's your reward from leveling up. And you can flaunt things. Like people in the game can have the super rare character or skin, as they call it. And that is themselves flaunting how much they leveled up in the game. And each season, like I said, is a little bit different. But once you reach that 100th level, you're kind of like not doing anything. Now you're waiting for the next season, So you get kind of complacent. Same thing with this concept. Okay, is you just level up, and then eventually you're going to hit a wall where you're going to go, I don't even know what to do now. I'm going to start a podcast. That's literally what I did. Or I'm going to start learning Spanish. I don't know, different things. But like that's just some of the things that I've done. I'm not saying that those are the things that anybody should take, but those are both uncomfortable for me. I don't like having my phone in Spanish. Half the time I just give up on things that I'm doing because I can't even read it. But eventually I'm starting to learn more Spanish because my whole phone's in Spanish. What's really crazy about that is sending money. Sometimes I don't know what's going on with my bank accounts. I have to like screenshot it and put it into a Google Translate app, and then look at it, what it is in English. But I'm learning slowly but surely. I'm learning. But the thought of that game, okay, however silly that is, Fortnite, the thought of it is like, it's super fun. Why not make life super fun? And just look at it from a perspective of leveling up. I mean, that's pretty much my thought process on it. I used to play a bunch of iPhone games. One of them was called Venture Capitalist. And I would just buy company after company after company. And then eventually, like, you start off with a lemonade stand and you're making a penny per lemonade that you sell. And then you upgrade, and then you upgrade, and you level up, and then you level up. And then you have a pizza shop, and then you level that up. And then you have I don't even know. And then eventually you can sell everything to investors. And then everything's worth more. And then you're in the mega millions of dollars. And then it kind of doesn't get that fun anymore because that's just septillion is way too much money. But the point is, I just translated that, the fun from that, into things that I do on a daily basis. And personally, I love it. I enjoy it. It's fun. You get a lot of small wins. You feel a sense of complacency. And then you move on. And then, that's your new norm. And it's fun. And the same thing with Fortnite or any of these other games where you get rewarded, don't forget to reward yourself. Don't forget to reward yourself. I mean, buy yourself something. If you have a plan and you're trying to level up consistently, but you're not rewarding yourself, it's like, what are you doing? I mean, it reward yourself in some way. Treat yourself to something. Buy yourself a book a trip, buy someone a gift, buy someone else a gift. Sometimes that, honestly, that rewards me a lot. Take a trip to the salon, whatever. Spend a day, a self-help day. That's a good time to do it after you've put in a bunch of work. Whatever it is, do something to spoil yourself, because, why not? You're your best friend, right? And then I threw this in here. So this is how Lex Friedman views his day. This is what he views it. So he wakes up at 6 a.m. sharp. He prepares the day's adventures ahead with deliberate intent. He sets rules and a difficulty level for 5 minutes. He chooses a character and his abilities. He does that through journaling. What he wants to embody the day, his character stats, so to speak, in terms of a game, right? He sets waypoints. He maps out short and long-term destinations he's aiming for. He navigation systems check. He charts his schedule and targets for the day. Activate power-ups for 10 minutes, similar to intense pre-battle rituals in epic game cinematics. Visualizes having an incredible day to get hyped up. 4 hours of grinding on whatever work, so he can pretty much level himself up through grinding and earn XP. This is literally deep work bursts, 3 to 4 hours, where he does 25 minutes of intense work and then 5 minutes of breaks. He does boss battles, apparently, according to this article. I'll put the link in the description or in the show notes, and then I'll shout him out as well. But 25 minutes of intense work, sprints, that's like boss battles, 5 minutes to resupply his health. Training montages, an hour plus, exercises like running 5 miles and bodyweight routines. His montage, his evening loot enjoyment and reflection. With his core missions accomplished in the first half of the day, Lex has capacity after dinner. So that's 60 plus minutes. So he's literally playing a video game through life. Skill tree upgrades for 60 minutes. Through reading fiction and learning podcasts, Lex continues improving his capabilities. And then daily wins and losses, minus 10 minutes. Lex tracks achievements in areas needing improvement via gratitude journaling and meditation. Lex is ruthless. He literally blocks his day into a video game. That's crazy. So to end us off, I just wanted to say that leveling up is not just about daily discipline and depriving yourself of enjoyment so that you can be more productive. That's not where I'm trying to come off here, and it's not what this is about. It's really about living your life to the fullest. When we talk about the reward you create for yourself, that can be and will eventually be your level up one day. So the reward that you create for yourself is eventually going to be what you're going to level up one day. Because while you do this, the more and more you do it, get outside of your comfort zone, the more you're going to realize the things that you don't even like to do. And it doesn't really help you get anywhere. And is that something you should probably continue doing? No, probably not. And you're also going to find things that are really fulfilling and really you enjoy it. And yeah, it's hard, it's challenging, but you get fulfillment out of it and you enjoy it. And guess what? It's actually helping you get to who you want to be. And that's going to be worth it. And if it's fun, it's fulfilling, you enjoy it, it's challenging, but it's rewarding, that's probably something that's going to level you up. So dive into whatever that is and just try to get as good as you possibly can at that one thing. Eventually, that thing's probably going to make you money. Eventually, that one thing's probably going to make you money one day or contribute to helping you making money. And then eventually you're buying yourself stuff that's like trips, and you're going to different things, and you're literally like going experiencing things, and that's leveling you up. So like your rewards just become how you level up. And that's a really cool feeling. And I'm on the way there. I'm getting there. I don't always want to jump on here and do a podcast, but I get sucked in. This is challenging. Doing a lot of research. It's pretty challenging to do it consistently, but it's rewarding. I like doing it. So anyways, I'll cut this one off. So I encourage you to make a mission for this week to level up each and every day of the week. Whatever it is. Find a way to stretch yourself and shoot for a reward by the end of the week. I bet you'll hit it. So that is it for this episode of the Jake C. Paulson podcast. If you did like this episode, share it with a friend, put a like on it, follow the podcast on Spotify, just because that way you stay up to date and it sends you a notification when they come out every single Monday. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I'm going to come out and do content every Monday. Sometimes it's going to be a guest speaker. Sometimes it's just going to be me. So, but really, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening. And even if there's only one person listening, it forces me to be held accountable to doing it. And so I appreciate that. I'm dedicated to adding value to those who are striving to be better and leading themselves, their business, or their community. So stay tuned for next week. That episode will be coming out on Monday. I will catch you guys then. And as always, let's get after it. Peace.